guys, what's up? Thank you for coming to my channel today and checking me out. Today I'm going to be doing this nice kind of bronzy summer vibe look. It's a get ready with me style because I'm about to film some fashion shoots, so I thought I would show you guys the makeup that I'm going to be wearing for the day. I wanted to go with reds and I wanted to go with peachy. I wanted to mix those together because I just feel like that's very summer vibe-ish. I hope you guys do like this look. Continue watching and here we go. The Modern Renaissance palette. I am really obsessed with this palette. I feel like it is a gorgeous palette. Super gorgeous. To start off, I'm just going to use this blending brush by Morphe and it's the 505 Pop Raw Sienna. Raw Sienna. Pop that into my crease. Because I have hooded eyes, I like to keep my eyes open and pop stuff into my crease. You don't ever want to just close it and then like open your eyes and there's like no, it looks like you almost did nothing to your eyes. Especially when you have hooded eyes, you just don't want to. And I like to tilt my head back a little bit to get the shadow onto my eyes. And always hold the brush from the back. You're getting the best effect. So you really want to warm up the crease. For this look, I really wanted my crease to be super warm. So I'm really swooshing the color into my crease, like with no shame. The next color I'm going to go in with is this color Love Letter. Pinky, it's a pinky tone. This is the MAC 217 brush. It's a flat dome brush. Lightly tap the color and I'm going to work it into my crease. I'm not going to go too high with this color. You know, lightly blend it in. Just focus the color mostly here and make sure you're holding your brush in the back and then just lightly brush the color. Pull it out a little this way. I always like to pull it out. Circular motion is really good. And now I'm going to take that Love Letter and I'm going to kind of drag it inwards and just kind of smoke it out. You're not going to pick up any new product to put on the inside. Basically, whatever you pick up on your brush, you want to start back here in the outer corner. And then once you've really gotten the deposit of the color here into the outer corner, then you're going to go ahead and just kind of lightly smoke it right here. You still get a pretty wash of color, but it's very faint. Because if you make it too dark on the inside, then your eyes are going to look much smaller. And then you're just going to keep winging it out right here. I always like to just lightly pull it out. I'm barely even touching my eyelids, just kind of lightly swinging it out. Just giving myself a really pretty wing. So I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit of Love Letter and just pack it on to the outer corners, like so. Just pack it on there. The next color I'm going to go into is this Red Ochre, and I'm going to go ahead and also pop this into my crease. I am using a smaller blending brush. This is a Morphe R41. It's just a very smaller version of what I was just using. And the reason why is because I want this color just concentrated mostly on the edges. So I don't want to take it all in and stuff like that. And then I'm going to go back in with that clean blending brush. And I'm going to blend this out. Obviously, that blending brush doesn't become clean anymore. You're going to have to clean this one out. Like when you're taking your shadow, you always want to take the excess off. Because if you don't, you're going to have a hard time controlling how much goes onto your shadow. It just becomes really messy. Now moving on to the lid color, I'm just going to go ahead and take Primavera and pop that onto the lid color. It's like the shiny, really shiny type of gold, and I'm going to use this Morphe 421 brush. It's a really tiny brush. I like my shadow brushes, the lid colors, to be really small because then you have more control. Going with a little bit of eyeliner, like just a tiny bit. I'm almost not going to do a wing because I really want to see all the work that I've done. I'm going to go in with my Versali Care Unicorn Essence. As you guys know, this is my most favorite serum. And it works as a serum and it works as a foundation primer. So I really like products that do double things because I always wear serum and I need this in my life. Like, it's so good. So it smells amazing. They're like crying unicorn tears. And then you put some on your forehead too, but the forehead one always really falls fast, so I try to do this one, try to wipe this one off faster. And then you just mix it into your face Foundation of choice today is going to be Pure Cosmetics Bare It All 4-in-1 Skin Perfecting Foundation. It's a 12-hour wear. They say this is supposed to be really long lasting and full coverage. I am in the color tan. I'm gonna do a review on this foundation. I'm still indifferent about it. I don't know if I like it or not. The coverage is really good, but I feel like maybe the lasting power isn't as good, but I still need to test it out to give it a full review. I'm using my Real Techniques buffing brush. I love using this to put on foundation because it's like a beauty blender. It takes all of the excess of foundation away, so you avoid that cake face. Now to conceal and correct, I'm going to go in with this Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in the color Light Warm. This is pretty light for my eyes, for my skin tone, but it does brighten, so I'm not going to complain. I'm going to try to just use it up and get maybe a darker shade. I would get a darker shade now that I'm not so really into this whole super light concealer underneath my eyes look. I'm going to go in with the Morphe E45 and I'm just going to buff out everything that's underneath my eyes. And with this concealer, you gotta work fast. It does like dry into your face really fast. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and dab it all in. And then I'm just gonna go in with that buffing brush again, with no product on it. I'm just gonna kind of buff out this area so it can like all melt in together. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this little color right here from the Anastasia palette, and I'm going to take this color from right here. I'm going to use this to kind of do a little bit of a cream contour, and then I'm also going to drop a drop of Farsali Care on it, just a little drop. And then I'm going to go in with a tiny buffing brush, just a tiny one, and I'm going to kind of just get some product on there, but I'm going to also brush the product off here, so I'm taking off the excess. And then I'm just going to work this product into my cheeks as a contour. See how it just looks like a really nice airbrush? And then you just kind of, you can go ahead and like dab it out. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and put on some setting powder. This is my MAC Golden Medium Golden, and it's the Mineralized Skin Finish by MAC. And I'm just going to take a stippling brush and I'm going to go ahead and go in with the stippling brush, and I'm just gonna go ahead and press this into my skin. I like to press it because I feel like when you press in the powder, it's just going to make everything sit in one place. I feel like if you swirl it in, then it's going to just mess up all of your contour. Usually I would go in with MAC Give Me Sun to bronze up and warm up my skin, but since I'm gonna wear my hair up, you know, in a ponytail, because the girl needs to wash her hair and I can't wear my hair down because it just looks way too oily, I'm gonna need to do a deeper, more bronzier look. In my opinion, I just look better when my hair's up and I have more of a bronze look. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this MAC Dark Deep Mineralizer. It's the darkest shade in the line, and I'm gonna just use this to warm up my skin. This is also my favorite way to go, but this is like very much summer shade for me. And I'm gonna go ahead and kind of brush it on, and then I'm gonna dab it in. This is the E42 brush by Morphe, and I love this brush because it just puts on bronzer very flawlessly. Just looks bomb, and it doesn't make it so messy. Sometimes you just want like that nice airbrush bronzy look and you don't want it to be too harsh, and that's what I'm going for. And now it's time to clean up. So what I do with cleaning up is I take this Cover FX concealer, no, it's Cover FX translucent powder, and I just take this, dropping it all over myself. So I just take this and I just cut my cheekbones, and this cleans it up. And what this does is, I don't know if I've told you guys, but what this does is it lifts your cheekbones. You see how this looks droopy and this looks lifted? Do you guys see that? You can already tell. Droopy, lifted, droopy, lift. The trick is, sometimes I don't always make the trick, but It's basically you're going to extend from back here and then you're going to bring it to the corner of your lips. So you're kind of going to do a little twirl. And so then your face looks really lifted. And make sure you try to keep them even. I always struggle with keeping it even. Usually I let it sit, but sometimes I don't because I don't like that it will leave a crazy line. So I just go in with a stippling brush and I stipple it all out. And if you feel like there's still like a little bit of unblendedness, go ahead and go in with the face powder and just unblend it. Like blend it, unblend it, blend it. You guys. The thing I'm going to do is add some glow underneath my eyes. When I wear my hair up, I need to be glowy, bronzy, I need to be all like, I need a snatched face. So I'm going to take this Hourglass Ethereal Ambient Light and I'm going to use a Morphe 500. It's kind of like a highlighting brush and I'm just going to take it and just put it on underneath my eyes. So I kind of have like that glow. Now it's time to go in with some highlighter and I'm going to use the MAC Mineralizer Gold Deposit as my highlighter. This is a very subtle highlighter. It's not like, oh my god, gleam highlight, but it's really pretty on the skin. This Bobbi Brown Trio palette that I have, and I'm going to go ahead and take the color Clementine and Poppy. I'm going to mix them both together. And I'm going to use this as my blush. Wanting a little bit of an intense blush because it looks good. Now I'm going to go ahead and end the look. Well, you know, kind of start finishing off the look. I'm going to go ahead and take these Huda Beauty lashes by Sasha in the style Sasha. Do the under eye. I'm going to go ahead and take red ochre. And I'm going to basically run that underneath my eyes. The brush I'm using is a MAC 210 brush. Sometimes my lips are super shapely. My Holy Grail nude lipstick does the color Stone. So I'm going to go ahead and take this Stone and hot and little. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. This is the end. I hope you guys really enjoyed this look. I'm going to go do my hair and I shall move on to doing what else I need to do for the rest of the day. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Snapchat, which both are Glam by Runa. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!